Hi, thanks for joining me in another video. It's that time again, another yearly update on the maintenance and overall costs for 2018 and 2019 Tesla Model 3s. If you're new here, I've been tracking and sharing how these cars have held up over the years, along with the expenses we run into, so you can get a real-world picture of EV ownership costs. For a little context, both of these cars were bought brand new, and we've been the only owners since day one. Over time, I've also added a couple of newer cars into the mix, a 2022 Tesla Model Y long range and a 2024 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. So we'll touch on those as well. Keep in mind, of course, that the maintenance and costs can vary depending on your location, driving habits, and the car itself. With that said, let's kick things off with the oldest in our lineup, the 2018 Tesla Model 3 long range. This car is now 7 years old and is approaching 149,000 miles. So the owner added another 16,000 miles since our last 2024 September update. As a data point, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the average number of annual miles driven in the U.S. in 2022 was 13,476 miles. So we're kind of around that for annual mileage. This car is no longer covered under any manufacturer warranties, so all expenses are made out of pocket. Since we're close to 150,000 miles, next month we'll be doing a battery health test on this vehicle for that milestone. Stay tuned for that video. All right, let's focus on general maintenance costs for the year. The car unfortunately needed some new tires early due to poor alignment, causing significant wear on the inside of the tires. All 4 tires were replaced with Michelin Primacy MXM4 tires for $1,207.60. Tires are too expensive. The alignment was performed for $117.12, so hopefully this set of tires will last longer. The radiator and condenser were also cleaned. This has led to a significant improvement in both cabin cooling and battery cooling performance, something that's very important in Arizona. The cost for this service was $258. Total out-of-pocket cost for maintenance for the year was $1,582.72. Now let's look at other car costs over the year. The owner also decided to do an upgrade on the center console, replacing the USB module on the rear 2 USB ports, upgrading to USB-C, which supports fast charging. The part was purchased directly from Tesla for $100, and an aftermarket adapter was needed, but only cost $7.22. The front ports can also be changed out, but those ones are a lot more work. Just retrofitting the rear console ones was a 2-minute replacement. According to the Tesla app estimate, the total fuel cost for this year was $489 for 4,079 kilowatt hours delivered. The app is usually pretty close for supercharging and home charging costs if you configure the estimator. The costs at third-party chargers can't really be added in here. You can add an estimate of other charging costs. However, you'd probably have to keep a running account if you wanted a true exact cost. But this does give a pretty good rough estimate for yearly costs. Moving on to the 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. This car is now 6.5 years old and has 71,909 miles on the odometer. That's about 7,000 miles added. Apparently, I hardly drove my car this past year, so I'm under the yearly average. I'm still under the battery and drive unit limited warranty, which expires in 2027 or at 100,000 miles. I'm happy to report no service center appointments were needed this year, and I've just had to do tire rotations for my regular routine maintenance. I'm going to need a new pair of tires soon. I didn't change out my air filters this year, but I should probably do that soon. But that's pretty cheap to do yourself. That's it for my car. I didn't incur any maintenance charges for last year. As for other costs, insurance prices always differ drastically from person to person and location. I pay $198 for my monthly insurance, but again, take that with a grain of salt. It's all going to vary significantly per person. I haven't needed to renew my registration as it's good for another 4 years. As for charging costs, my Tesla app estimates I paid $182 for 1,782 kilowatt hours of power delivered for the past year. Electricity rates on SRP, my service provider, are generally cheaper than other areas. So I'm lucky in that regard. If you want to see their rates, just check out the rate page. Last year, I did a battery health test through the service function in the car. The results were a little disappointing. The car showed 82% battery health, which means it roughly experienced 18% degradation. If you want to see more details for that, check out my Tesla battery health check video. Short and simple for my car this time. As mentioned earlier, there are 2 additional cars we try to keep track of. The first is a 2022 Tesla Model Y. They're now up to 74,688 miles driven, so about 21,000 miles last year. They paid for a replacement radiator due to cooling issues, which came out to $923.67, and of course windshield washer fluid. The second car is a 2024 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. No maintenance needed so far, but they did get rear-ended in a parking lot. The party that hit the vehicle paid for the damage to be repaired. If you're curious, insurance paid out $1,593.90 to fix the back bumper. Good thing for Sentry mode. That's a wrap on the vehicles. I've curated this list that summarizes the maintenance costs in the previous years for the 2019 and 2018 Model 3s. This past year had the highest expenditure on the 2018 Model 3 due to the new set of tires and alignment. Also, as you can see, the 12-volt battery and air filters are the two items that needed to be replaced the most frequently. And tires are the most expensive ticket item for sure. Older Teslas have lead-acid 12-volt batteries, but newer Teslas have lithium 15-volt batteries, so they have been reported to last longer. Total lifetime maintenance cost on the 2018 is $4,018.55, and the 2019 is $1,136.69. If you want more details on the previous years, make sure to see those videos. Hopefully that helps any current or future EV owners. I do these updates every year in the fall, so see you in the next maintenance video, but of course stick around and watch my electric car reviews. Thanks for spending time with me today. Support our channel and check out our Calla sticker shop. Kai's my dog, and follow us on social media at CallasEV. That's all for now, and happy charging.